What is going on? eSIMstudios, a live stream episode. I don't even know what episode it is, probably 300. I lost count after a while. It is December 18th, 2025, getting close to that Christmas time. I'm just now sending out the link on across all my social media. We're on X, Instagram, TikTok. What are the other ones? Facebook, but who uses Facebook? Under eSIMstudios. So you can search eSIMstudios on all your social media platforms. We shall pop up, or you can do what I do. Just simply jump on Google, type in eSIMstudios. It kind of cornered the market on that term, and everything I'm associated with will pop up, right? So after getting all these out, I wanted to talk about. We got a couple of things to discuss. What's going on? How are you doing today? Glad you joined us. Now, before we get into the main topic, the new OnePlus Turbo phone, I want to let everybody know tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be doing a giveaway. At the very least, it's going to be an Amazon gift card. I can send it to you within minutes. Whoever wins, it'll be, I don't know, $25 gift card at the very least. I got some other stuff over here that debating some electronics, some earbuds, some cases. I get a lot of free stuff, and we're gonna do giveaways every week. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can have your chance to win. And again, we'll do ours this week, tomorrow on Friday. Let's see here. OnePlus Turbo. So I'm actually, as you know, getting a new phone is fun, right? It's exciting. But one thing that sucks about getting a new phone is setting it up. Like, I'm still not signed in to all of my. Man, this phone is crazy. It shows scuffs, but you can just buff them right out, just dust them right off. I hate setting. I wish when you got an Android, or I guess an iPhone too. Well, maybe it does. Don't use iPhone. Uh, on Android, when you go to from one Android to setting up a new Android device, I wish it would transfer app data as well. So it'll give you the apps that you had on your previous phone, but it won't transfer the data. So you got to sit there and sign in. And I got multiple accounts, I got multiple email addresses, and it's just a pain in the ass. I've been kind of dreading signing into everything, but I've signed into what I need the most. But it's taking a little longer than I want, basically. All right, so we're also going to talk about, for those Pixel fans out there, there is the new QPR. What is it? QPR 3 Beta 1 is out. So Google surprised us, and it was the GPU update we've all been waiting for, but there's a catch, and we'll get to that here in just a minute. There is a catch, and we'll get to that in just a minute, right? But let's get into this OnePlus Turbo. So, what the hell is a OnePlus Turbo? Well, OnePlus Turbo, and I'm gonna share my screen here so we can all see this. Let's see. OnePlus Turbo. So OnePlus just obviously released the OnePlus 15, right? And we got word that they're about to release another one. And I'll give you the expected release date. We'll give you the estimated price. We'll give you the estimated specs, and they're mind-blowing. They're really, really good. So let me share my screen here, and then we'll jump into the Pixel stuff. So let me close this door. Give me a second. So, damn it, hang on, this door didn't close. So OnePlus Turbo, this is going to be an insane phone. So this is going to be along the lines of, if you're familiar with the Red Magic phones, they're basically gaming phones, right? Like, they're built for gaming. Of course, they have cameras on them. Um, it's actually pretty cool. The cameras, I think, on the Red Magic phones are flush on the back. They have an under display front facing selfie camera, which is nice. Now, it's not 100% clear. It won't get you the very best selfie photos and or videos, although they're pretty close. It won't get you the best, right? But they eliminate that hole punch, right? Which is good for gaming. If you're gonna game, you just want all display. We don't know if the OnePlus Turbo is going to go with an under display front facing selfie camera. It would be cool. The technology is definitely out there. But this is going to be along the lines of a Red Magic phone. This is going to be strictly for gamers. It's going to have, get this, close to a 9,000 milliamp per hour battery. 9,000 milliamp per hour battery. Y'all thought this was big on the OnePlus 15. 9,000. There's another phone that's I can't remember the name of. It's a Chinese phone that's going to release next year. 10,000 milliamp per hour battery. So these are the steps that OnePlus. This is why I like. Look, check this out. I rock my support for OnePlus all the time, right? I love their phones. I like the company. They're always pushing forward. They're always pushing the limits. They've been doing that ever since I can remember, right? Even when the very first OnePlus phone came out, the OnePlus One. I remember it like it was yesterday, and trying to get a hold of that, and what a debacle the release of that was. It was a lottery system. If you were one of the lucky winners, then you would have the privilege or option to buy it. But it's not like now where you can just go online and order it. No. But thankfully they've graduated from that ordering style. But they're pushing the limits, and it puts Samsung to shame, right? It puts Google to shame. It puts Apple to shame. If you want good battery life, if that's high on your priority list, these phones are going to be way up on your list. Because at this point, Samsung doesn't have, they're going to increase the battery size on the S23 Ultra. Really? You're going to increase it from 5,000 milliamp per hour battery to a 5,200 milliamp per hour battery? Increase it, what, 5%? That's nothing. That'll give me an extra 30 minutes of screen on time per day. Like, really? It's just something for them to brag about. Increased battery. Not really. So the S23 Ultra is kind of shaping up to be not necessarily a dud. I think it's going to be a fantastic phone, and I'm still buying it, right? Now, it's going to have some cool features like the privacy display, but this thing, I've been shocked. I've been having so much fun using this. The operating system, OxygenOS 16, is badass. I'm loving this. Super customizable. But OnePlus continually pushing the limits. Now, let's get back to the Turbo. The OnePlus Turbo is going to have an enormous battery. So if you have a 9,000 milliamp hour battery, now it's obviously geared toward gaming. If you're gaming on it a lot, it's obviously not going to last as long as somebody like me, who, I love these big batteries, but I don't play games on mine. Now, I'm on YouTube all day. I do my business on my phone all day. I record, I take pictures, I edit videos. So I'm a heavy user. I just don't game. But if you're a gamer, a 9,000 milliamp hour battery, obviously depending on what game you play and how long you play, but it's going to last you a long time, right? And if you're somebody like me that does not game, it's going to last you probably even longer time. A few days at least, right, in charging. And then it's like nothing. When you do need a quick power up, plug it in for a few minutes, and you got like, you can get half 50% battery charged in like 15 minutes. It's awesome. So these are the things I think Samsung is falling short on, right? These are the bonuses that companies like OnePlus give you, something that no other, I shouldn't say no other phone company, but at least it gives you something that none of the top brands can offer, meaning Samsung, Google, and Apple. Super fast charging, super long battery life. Cameras are really good. The user experience is phenomenal. So I think these are getting close to the total package. OnePlus Turbo. So what about the CPU, right? And what is it going to look like? Well, I take that back. The device that I have on my thumbnail potentially could look like the Turbo, which looks similar to the OnePlus 15, but the camera array is slightly different. But we don't know. We don't know for sure what it's going to look like, but I'm sure it's going to look cool, right? It's going to have basically the similar specs to the OnePlus 15. We don't know if it'll have 3 cameras. We don't know if it'll have 2 cameras like the 15R. Basically, what we do know right now is the 9,000 milliamp per hour battery. We know that for sure. We know for sure it's going to have 165 hertz refresh rate for the display. Probably going to be 1.5K resolution. Probably going to be 6.8 inches. Probably be LPTO AMOLED display 2.0. What else do we know about it? The CPU. So from what I've heard, the research I've done, it's going to have the Snapdragon 8 Gen 5. So it's not going to have the Elite like the 15, but it'll have the Gen 5 like the OnePlus 15R. And I think that's perfectly fine. It's still a flagship level CPU. And it's good too, because that means it's probably not going to cost as much as the OnePlus 15. Right? It's probably going to be right around the same price as the OnePlus 15R. And they actually did raise the price. I thought OnePlus was going to keep the same price, the 15R as the 13R. 13R was what, $599 on launch day, and this 15R is $699 on launch day. So it looks to be a phenomenal device. Now, they're going to launch 2 of these to throw in some extra news. So they're going to actually release 2 of these, and it looks like they're going to release them fairly soon. So I got word that they are going to release and or launch these in January, which is next month. Now, I don't know if it will be geared towards and or sold just in the Asian markets. I don't know if it'll be sold on a global scale. But one thing's for sure, you could definitely go to GizTop and get one if you really would like that. The second one that they're going to release is still going to be a OnePlus Turbo, except it's going to have a possible MediaTek, what was it, a 9500E, I believe, or 8500E. It's going to be the similar comparison to the Snapdragon 8 Elite. Excuse me. It's going to be similar to the Snapdragon 8 Gen 5. Got so many damn names, I get confused. So it's going to be right under their flag, MediaTek, talking about the second Turbo OnePlus phone, or OnePlus Turbo phone, the slightly cheaper one. So it's going to have a, I guess you could say, close to a flagship chip from MediaTek. It's just going to be slightly lower than their flagship chip, which is good. You're still going to get that performance. Obviously, still get great battery life. And it's probably going to keep the cost down a little bit, which is good too, right? Let's see here. Price, we don't know the price. So I tried to do some homework. I've tried to do some investigative snoop around a little bit, see if there's any bit news, any reports on pricing on these OnePlus Turbo phones, and I can't find anything. Now, like I said, I'm assuming it's going to be around the 15R possibly. So you're probably looking at $699, right? $650, something like that. With the cheaper one possibly coming in at around I don't know, 600 maybe. So, and there's no leaked images. If you go to Google and you type in OnePlus Turbo and then you go over to images, it's just generic stuff. So, um, and this is a previous phone. This is not the Turbo right there. That's the, I can't remember which one that is, but that was a recently released device. But it might look something similar to this, right? It's probably going to have 2 cameras since it's going to be on the since it's going to be cheaper than the OnePlus 15. Probably have 2 cameras instead of 3. Again, it's geared towards gaming, not photographers. It'll have liquid cooled system underneath the hood. It's going to be really nice. So it's going to compete against the Red Magic device. So that's very cool. Cannot wait to get to see what they have in store for us when it comes to this. What's going on, man? Hope you're doing all right. Good to see you. Now, let's move on to Pixel. So here's the thing with Pixel. Google tried to pull a fast one on us, right? I know that Google's been watching my channel. I've been having a lot of OnePlus 15 content up on the channel, and I've been rocking my OnePlus shirt today. And I know they said, you know what? Let's push out that GPU update that Taylor over at eSIMstudios has been talking about for so long. Let's go ahead and push that out and steal some of OnePlus's thunder. Well, it didn't turn out so well for Google, did it? So I know you may be wondering, holy crap, the GPU driver update is finally available for Pixel devices. You go race to your Pixel and you check for an update. You see there is an update, you download it. Or maybe you're not on the beta. Maybe you're on stable firmware and you're like, holy crap, the GPU drivers are available on Android 16 QPR3 Beta 1. Android released Android 16 QPR3 Beta 1 last night. And I don't want you to rush to the beta program. I don't want you to rush to download it, and I certainly don't want you to rush to install it, because the GPU driver update is only half true. So I downloaded it on mine. The Android 16 QPR3 Beta 1, because I thought, holy crap, this is it, right? Here we go. Let's see what they got. And I restarted my phone after the update. I updated all my apps. And I hit Geekbench. Now, let me show you what my score was before this Android 16 QPR3 Beta 1 with the GPU driver update. Let me show you an image of my scores before the update, right? So, the Pixel 10 Pro is on the left. The Pixel 10 Pro got a score, and this is before the quote-unquote GPU driver update. It got a score of 2331 in the single core score. It got a score of 6385 for the multi-core score. Now, the phone in the middle is the Pixel 9 Pro XL. The phone on the right is the S23 Ultra. But again, we're focusing on the left side. We're focusing on the Pixel 10 Pro because this is what it scored before the GPU driver update. So you got a score of 2331 single core score. You got a score of 6385 for the multi-core score. And this is what I got after the update with the supposed GPU driver update. Because remember, Pixels aren't that good when it comes to benchmarking, when it comes to performance, right? And we were just waiting on this update. And here's what the score was after the update. 1756 on single core score. 5029 on multi-core score. So it got worse in single core performance, and it got slightly better on multi-core. So let's go back. So single core score on the new update was 1756. Single core score on the old update was 2331. So that's a significant drop in single core performance. Now, the previous update, right? The multi-core score before this update yesterday that was supposed to fix the drivers again was 6385. And after I downloaded the update, restarted my phone, made sure all my apps were update, and I restarted again, and then I hit the benchmark and ran a benchmark, and here's what we got, 5029. So it got worse. It got worse. God. So I was like, this is embarrassing. Like, especially coming off of this OnePlus 15 right here, where you can just blaze through anything. This will cut through any application. This will cut through any task. This will cut through any 4K video editing, any game, like a hot knife through butter, right? Does it effortlessly. Is that how you say it? Effortlessly? Whatever. No problem. Now, you jump on your Pixel, maybe a different story. Now, I'm not saying your daily, and everybody knows this, right? Oh, the Pixel's fast, it's snappy. True. Fast and snappy. Most people are not even going to have to worry about this. But when it comes to games, when it comes to editing, that's why I don't edit on my Pixel. I shoot content on my Pixel. I shoot videos, pictures, all sorts of stuff. But then as soon as I'm ready to edit stuff, I transfer the content I took on my Pixel and transfer it to my S23 Ultra, or now the OnePlus 15, because of this. Now, it can edit 4K video. It just doesn't do it fast. It basically takes twice as long to edit. Once you get all your edits and all your cuts in order, and then you hit final or the final cut or finalize or whatever, it takes forever to get to your final product, right? Your final video. That's not good. How are you going to update GPU drivers and it get worse? Now, I'm going to show you. After seeing this and shaking my head and like, oh my God, I can't believe the phone's been out for 5 months and we're still doing this, really? So I dug a little deeper, and this is what I found out about this update, because don't let the headlines, right? Like, don't let the stuff you see online fool you. This is proof right here. So this is what the update did, really. So this is what I found out. This GPU driver update in Android 16 and QPR3 Beta 1 for Pixel devices, the update introduces GPU dynamic voltage and frequency scaling, also known as DVFS, for virtualized systems, allowing for the GPU to adjust its power consumption based on workload demands. This direct power management feature can lead to significant battery savings when the GPU is under variable loads. So what this GPU driver update did is not necessarily make them more powerful and, which we were all hoping for. It basically made them more efficient, giving you better battery life. Now, it's not just for gaming, and it's not just for when you edit videos. It's for the full gamut. It's for jumping on the Uber application, all right? It's for these stupid pop-ups on your screen. It's for all sorts of stuff. So it's not just an update for gaming and editing, right? It's for everything you do on your phone. The GPU gets more intelligent. It's not it's not sending too much power to something that doesn't need that power. If it only needs 50% power, but the GPU is sending 70% power, it's falling back on that 50% power to get that task completed, whatever the task was in that application. Now, that will save you with battery life. So if you do have a Pixel, now, this is only on the beta program, right? So if you're running a Pixel on stable build, you're going to have to wait. Again, at least another month before they address the performance in these GPU drivers. But this isn't a beta program, so it's frustrating, right? But this covers your entire operating system. It's not just for specific tasks. So you should see better battery life, right? And I'm not gonna lie, at the very beginning of December, when we got our first December update, the update made the phone feel actually really snappy, really smooth. Tasks, apps would open up, get completed, would close very quick. I mean, it was very, very smooth, very, very fast operating system. It's just when it comes to stuff like what I do, video editing, it has not improved. So for majority of people, this is probably not a concern of yours. If you just use your phone as a normal phone and you don't edit videos, you don't do any gaming, shouldn't have any issues at all. In fact, they're really good phones, right? I'm just saying, when compared to beasts like the OnePlus 15, right? And even the S23 Ultra, which is a workhorse, right? It's it tends to do a little better when you have more horsepower under the hood, right? I just put it that way. But if you have I'm not hating on Pixel, I'm still Team Pixel, but I just tell you all the truth and give you my true feelings. Nothing's sugar coated over here. So it is what it is. But the December update at the beginning of the month did make it feel snappier. So that was good. Just have to wait another month to see if they can improve performance again. I want to know, if you do have a Pixel, has anybody gotten close to the 200 battery cycles yet? Remember, before these came out, Google's is supposed to reduce your charging speeds, I think, by, what was it, 50%, and also reduce battery capacity to only 80% after 200 charging cycles. Has anybody gotten close to that yet? Because remember, when we did the math, right before these came out, these Pixels came out, I think if you do one charging cycle per day, I guess I could do it now. Let's see how long. I think we're getting up all around that time. So 200 charging cycles per day. So what's 200 days? So that's 200 divided by 30 to see how many months that would be by 30 days. So it's 6 months roughly, right? And when was it released? I think it was released right around my birthday. So it was in August. So we got September, October, November, December. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 months. So maybe coming up in about January, maybe February, that would be 6 months, is when you're going to see, I'm assuming if they still have this plan put in place, I'm assuming you're going to see people start complaining that the battery capacity, 80%, right? It takes twice as long to charge their phones. I'm interested to see if anybody bumps into that issue. As far as I know, I haven't heard anything one way or the other, meaning we got word that this was implemented in all Pixel 10 devices, and we don't know if they modified that or took that out, or if it's still active. I'm assuming it's still active. I guess we will have to wait and see, but it's a shame that they're doing that, assuming they're still doing that, with all these devices here that charge fast as hell and have 100% battery capacity. So interesting stuff coming from Google. Let's see here. What else we got? I have, don't forget, I think we'll probably get out of here. Giveaway tomorrow. I don't know what time. I'll promise as soon as I schedule it, I will let y'all know. And again, it's going to be at the very least an Amazon gift card. But I do have cases. I'm going to see if I can do earbuds or something like that. But we will do a giveaway tomorrow for sure. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you get notified when we do go live. And you will have a chance to, anybody watching can have a chance to win. What else we got here? Let's see. I think I'm gonna let y'all go. I have a couple of case reviews to record. I think I'm gonna record the Fiberborne case review for the OnePlus 15. And what else do I got? Probably a case review for their stock case. I did this one yesterday, and I think Amazon's delivering one right now. In fact, I think I heard the truck outside, the Amazon truck. So let me let y'all go, and I will continue. Is there anything y'all want me to review or make a video about on the OnePlus 15? Is there anything that you're wondering about it or need more explanation or anything you want me to test on the OnePlus 15? Please let me know. I have a camera comparison. Today it's been raining all day for like the last 2 or 3 days since I got this. Today's the first sunny day all week, and couldn't get outside for too long today, but I plan on taking more outside shots tomorrow and compiling a video that I'll release probably this weekend, right? Camera comparison. And actually it won't be a comparison, it'll be all OnePlus 15 shots, still photos, videos, 4K, 2K, portrait mode. Oh, I'm also going to run through the camera application, meaning like if you get this phone, what it looks like inside the camera app, right? That's why I did a settings video, dedicated video just to the settings in this phone, because a lot of people, it's a really good phone. Like, I'll definitely recommend it to almost everybody. There's not much to like here. It nails almost anything and everything you can want. But I think I'm going to do, a lot of people have never had a OnePlus phone. They just haven't, right? They've been a lifelong Samsung user, or maybe they've used Samsung and a couple of Pixels in the past, but just haven't really ventured out, right, in the Android world, or have dared to get a OnePlus or step outside of that Samsung or Google ecosystem. Well, they may not know what the camera app looks like, right? And that's a big deal. Everybody uses their camera. Now, some way more than others, right? But I'm going to go make dedicated videos just on the camera application, right? Like what it looks like, the settings, the different options you can choose from. But if there's a certain app, if there's a special feature you want me to show you, please let me know. Comment now, comment tomorrow, in 2 days, 3 days, if something pops up. And oh yeah, I wonder what that looks like. Let me see. Comment. I check my comments every day, so no matter what video you comment on, more than likely I'll see it. So just let me know what you would like for me to show on the OnePlus 15. It's going to take about a week before I get really good battery life, so I'm kind of taking it slow on the battery content, because I'm trying to let it level out. When you get a new Android, it takes about 7 to 10 days for it to learn your usage, right? But everything else has been great. Like, I actually really like this phone. So very pleased with it. I think it's a great choice for many people. So I just see that the case got delivered. So let me let y'all go. And I got a couple of videos to shoot here. But I do appreciate the time. Don't forget, tomorrow is Giveaway Friday. I will post community posts and stuff like that just to remind everybody, and I will try to have it scheduled as soon as I can. Meaning, like, try to let you know as soon as possible when that time will be during the day tomorrow. It's definitely not going to be in the morning, I can tell you that. It's probably going to be between 1 and 5, something like that, right in that window, maybe right around here, 4, 3, 4, I don't know. Stay tuned, I'll let you know, and you can have your chance to win. So Appreciate the time, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace out.